Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Cape Rugby TV. Of course, every week we take a look at what's happening in the world of club rugby. It's fantastic to have you along, and yeah, it's good vibes at the moment. We're seeing friendlies action, we're seeing potentially some sevens action. YTC program is doing really well now. The 20s are doing really well, so it really is, of course, positive here at the moment. Big thanks, of course, to our partners on board with us, Score Energy Drinks, and, of course, MChem 24-Hour Pharmacy. Don't forget, you can, of course, win yourself a case of Score during the course of the show, so don't go away. Coming up on the show tonight, we're going to be catching up with Simnikiwe Ngunda. He's, of course, coach at YTC. He's on the line with us now. They played against SV over the weekend. We'll also go behind the scenes with the Western Province Rugby under-20 side. We go behind the scenes at the clubs, of course, as well this week, including Hands on Hearts at their training session. Kraaifontein played against Police last week, and we'll go to catch some of the training at Lamont Rugby Football Club. But for those of you that have not been paying attention, YTC is, of course, the Women's Rugby Development Program at Western Province Rugby. This past weekend, they played against SV at City Park. Simnikiwe Ngunda is one of the coaches at the YTC program, and he's on with us, on the line with us now. Sim, welcome to Cape Rugby TV. Nice to have you here. How are things there with you?
Thank you, JP. Thank you for having me here, man. It's good to be here.
Simi, so we saw you on Saturday, of course, at City Park. YTC team playing against SV. And of course, just before that, it was Heritage Day with the squad preparing, or at least a lot of girls getting ready for action, so to speak. But before we talk about Saturday, just talk us a little bit about the build-up and preparation for the match. How much training have you guys been doing? What kind of stuff have you been focusing on?
Okay, thank you, JP. Building up to Saturday, man, there was a lot of hard work that we have put it in at City Park with the girls. We're so lucky that bring a few experts of the game, such as Mr. Labib Levy, who's the skills expert. He was one of the coaches who was there assisting us. Then we had Brendan, who's there for strength and conditioning, who was there to assist us with that. And I was working with alongside with Coach Brian Willems, who was more focusing on forwards. Yeah. And Nosipo Poswa. And I was more focusing on backline. We were privileged that a few of the sessions we had Chocho Mbovane, an ex-under-20 Springbok player who was also there just to assist these girls here and there. But yeah, we had a lot of manpower, people who are good in different departments, who were there to help and assist us in making sure that we groom and develop these girls and making them ready for the game against SVD.
Last week there was also a big announcement that I think 8 Western Province Rugby women players have been called up into the national squad. You guys must be very proud of that.
We are very proud. We are very proud of that, and looking on more and developing more Springbok players, man. Because some of those players there who are part now of that senior squad are some of the players that they've started playing rugby through this YTC. So it's really a good program, and it's developing players.
Just tell us, are all of the players at the moment, are they all under 20? What exactly is the age group? I mean, because you're working with so many players that are coming through the school structures, do you have a variety of ages?
We've got a variety of ages, JP, because we're more focusing on under 13s, under 16s, under 18s, now under 20s. So we're focusing on a variety of age groups, not only under 20s.
Of course, one of the big things coming up shortly is the under 15s.
Yes, there are summer games coming up, which is called the SA Championships. But now since these are the summer games, it's the 7th. But this program comes in two forms, which is they've got winter games and summer games. Winter games, they're more focusing on 15 aside. Then summer games, they're focusing more on 7s.
Simo, of course, good result for you guys then. SV, big win for you on the day.
Yeah, it was a good win. it really showed that the hard work that we've been putting behind the scenes, it really paid off on the day where we as coaches were pleased with what we have saw on the day, seeing our players putting into practice what we have been doing throughout, which was the great thing for me as a coach, for them to be able to implement the system that we really wanted to see them playing. And they did display that. And I believe as much as we didn't have enough time to prepare for those games, but out of the days that we had at training, we really made sure that we're pushing them beyond the limits. And it hasn't been an easy times for them because we're hard to them at times, trying to push them so that they can be ready for this game.
Yeah.
And they showed often when you Saturday that they were ready for it.
What's next for you now after this? Of course, you're waiting. I know you're waiting for certain announcements from SA Rugby to see what comes next for you. But if we're thinking about heading towards 2022 already, I'm sure a lot of players are. What is next on the cards for you guys at the YTC program?
For us, JP, is just to go back now to our books, because what we usually do is this: at the end of every season, we just go back to our books just to see how many players who are graduating from under 16s to under 18s, how many players are graduating from under 18s to under 20s. So we check there. So those who are graduating to under 20s, okay, we formulate a squad, what we call it an elite squad for under 20s. It's the same thing that we do for under 18s. Those who are under 18 will be under 18 in 2022. We keep them as one group, and those who will be under 16 for that year, we keep them as one group, so that come early practice sessions in 2021, at least we've got players that we manage to retain. So out of that elite squad, then we recruit as to build more players, as to keep the group big for each age group. And so for now, we just we are going to focus on that. More on getting our elite squad for the next year.
Do the players have to do a bit of home training, gym training? Do you guys give them programs that they need to work on?
Yes, JP. There were programs that were handed to players. That was before we were called off to say by the government to say, okay, now let's just stop everything now. Yeah. There is COVID. So for us, it was more like, okay, let's give our players a program. Then we had also some workshops with them.
Yeah.
Online workshops, just to keep them busy so that they can be up to date on what's happening in terms of this game, which just changes and develops each and every time. So we've been in touch with the players during the lockdown, handed programs, making sure that they are doing or following the programs, because we have been asking them to send us videos, something that will make sure that or a proof that we'll have and say that, okay, they are really following the program.
So let's leave it at that. It's been great catching up with you. We know that you guys are doing a fantastic job. We love following the progress of the young women that are coming through the ranks, and obviously the proof is evident. You've got 8 players that have been called up to the national team. Your women's rugby team has had a massive success in the Premier Division. Your YTC team is winning. So you guys really need a big pat on the back, and well done.
Thank you, JP. Thank you for hosting me, man. It's been a pleasure.
There we go, folks. Simnikiwe Ngunda is, of course, coach at YTC, and fantastic to see the support that Western Province is giving the YTC program. And the proof is in the pudding. The players are coming through the ranks. Wow, 8 players called up to go into the national squad. And so, there's such a squad behind making sure that women's rugby is working at Western Province. So, well done. And we will keep following the progress. Folks, don't go away. When we come back from the break, we're carrying on taking a look at what's happening in club rugby. And, of course, we will be taking a look at the progression at the DHL Western Province Rugby Under 20 side. Back in a sec.